Hello everyone, this is Harless58 signing on to give you guys a video comparison of the Galaxy Note 5 and the Nexus 6P. I'm going to try to not make this video too long, but I cannot guarantee anything, so you might want to sit back and enjoy some popcorn while watching this. Okay, so first of all, both of these are really good devices. And so what I wanted to do with the comparison was just compare load up times. So both these devices are off. I'm going to go ahead and turn them on at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Okay, got the vibrator on the Note 5. Here we go. So next up, hardware. Both of these devices, hats off to Huawei and Samsung for really designing some wonderful, beautifully built, constructed devices. I really think that the Note 5 is just, it's an amazing looking device. I would have preferred it in gold, but that's neither here nor there. It's great, Gorilla Glass 4 on both the front and the back, and the Note 5 is already loaded up and ready to go while we're still waiting for the Nexus 6P. So yeah, the Note 5 is just a really well-built device and it looks really good. So kudos to Samsung, especially because they really didn't have a track record for producing beautifully crafted devices. It just looks good. I mean, what else to say? So the Nexus 6P, Huawei, they are sort of known for building really well-built devices, but no one in the States really knows about them. So now this is the first time that, you know, people in the States at least get to find out about them. So here we go. The Nexus 6P is fully loaded. So it's Gorilla Glass 4 on the front and aluminum around the sides and the back. Just really well constructed. Both of these devices feel like premium devices. So I think that this is a toss-up between which one is designed better, because they both look really good. It's going to be personal preference. Personally, in terms of looks, I don't know, maybe because the Note 5, because Samsung, from where they came to where they went, I think the Note 5 probably looks better. You know, the Nexus 6P is a little bit underwhelming, even though it is, you know, such a beautifully constructed device. I think that my vote probably goes to the Note 5, but I think it's a draw for, you know, personal preference. So next thing we're going to talk about is fingerprint scanner. Both of these devices offer a fingerprint scanner. I have to input my passcode on the first time for the Nexus 6P. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to do a comparison between which one loads up faster. I'm going to go ahead and say, disclaimer, there may be some times where these devices do not register my fingerprint because I'm trying to do this, one, behind the camera, and two, simultaneously at the same time on two devices. So let's try. 1, 2, 3. Nexus 6P, sorry, look at that, I launched the camera by accident on the Note 5. 1, open up, 1, 2, 3. And here we go, the Nexus 6P was faster that time. 1, 2, 3. Nexus 6P again was faster. And that's pretty much going to be the theme no matter how many times I do it. And that's strictly because the fingerprint scanner on the Nexus 6P is always on. So you just tap it and it's going to load up. You don't have to worry about going to the lock screen. You can go to the lock screen if you want and then register the fingerprint, but it makes little to no sense to me. If you want to unlock the device and you just tap and it opens. Tap and it's open. Tap and it's open. Sorry. The Note 5 is not going to give you that because when you press the home button, you're turning on the device and then you're allowing the fingerprint scanner to read your fingerprint. I'm not saying that the Note 5 is slow, because it's not. It's well built, constructed, light years ahead of whatever Samsung had in the S5 and the Note 4 before. A little bit faster, I think, than the S6 because I had the S6 Edge. I think it's a little bit faster than that. So I think fingerprint scanner, the vote goes to the Nexus 6P. Now, the double tap to open camera is something that a lot of flagship devices have. So let's go ahead and compare the speed of both of these. On the Nexus 6P, you double tap the power button. On the Note 5, you double tap the home button. Let's see which one is faster. 1, 2, 3. I think it's a toss up. I think it's about even. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. I don't know, you guys maybe, when you guys are watching the video, you guys might have a better judgment, but to me they look about even. 1, 2, 3. Maybe a little bit faster on the Nexus 6P. Maybe. Okay, so I guess maybe the slight edge to the Nexus 6P. I really think that regardless of which device you get, you're going to be happy with the feature of being able to double tap and open up your camera, and it's going to be fast. You know, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Next up is the actual camera itself. So I apologize. One, of my subscribers pointed out to me that I told you guys that the Nexus 6P took really good pictures on my review, but I didn't show you guys any pictures. I work in hospital setting, and so I take lots of pictures of things within the hospital that I can't show. That would be a HIPAA violation. So I went ahead and I tried to take some pictures recently with the Note 5 and the Nexus 6P. By recently, I mean within the last 30 minutes. So these are indoor shots. I'm going to go ahead and try to bring up here to compare if I can. Okay, so there's one. Okay, so here's a shot here on the Nexus 6P. It's really difficult. Hold on one second, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. The camera was falling down. So it's really difficult to show behind the camera how good these photos are. So, I mean, it's kind of all for naught, I guess, by even taking these pictures to show you guys. But I figured that I would since, you know. So, here's one on the Note 4. Okay, then this is another picture that I took inside. Again, I mean, you guys probably are not even going to be able to tell the difference here looking at this. Is one of my dogs. Basically, all you guys need to know is that both of these devices take really good pictures. If you are looking for a device that's going to take good pictures, either one of these will suffice. Okay? They're both going to give you really good cameras. Turn the brightness down a little bit. Sorry about that. And I'll put them both in airplane mode too, just in case something happens. Okay, so they both take really good pictures. I think that the winner of the camera would still going to go to the Note 5 because of so much time R&D that Samsung has put into the camera behind the Note 5. It just takes slightly better pictures. Also, I like the fact that when you take pictures of the Note with the Note 5, that they encompass the entire screen. I mean, that's probably a pet peeve, and it's not that important, but I like that. With the Nexus 6P, you don't get that. It's because the sensor is different. It's 12.3 megapixels, while the Note 5 is 16. So, and it's because of these on-screen buttons too, which actually I will address later on in the video. So I think the camera goes to the Note 5, but you can't go wrong with getting the picking up the Nexus 6P because it's light years ahead of what Google has offered before in any Nexus device. It is really good. I mean, obviously, I'm probably going to be anti-iPhone, or you guys are probably going to think this from the beginning, but I think it's better than the iPhone for sure. I think that a lot of the Android devices that have come out recently have better cameras than the iPhone. So, yeah, you cannot go wrong with the Nexus 6P's camera. Next up, the screen. So, let's go ahead and get into it. Quickly, sorry. So the screen, I think, goes to the Note 5, and this is why. So you guys see here, I got them both at low brightness, right? And we can see that the Note 5 is considerably dimmer than the Nexus 6P. We come up here and we turn the brightness all the way up, and we see that the Note 5, this is going to be a running theme, is considerably brighter than the Nexus 6P. So it's rumored or reported that the Nexus 6P and the Note 5 both share the same panel, which may be true. I don't know. But they may share the same panel, but the panel on the Nexus 6P is definitely programmed differently than the Note 5. Also, the Nexus 6P, as I said in my review, it has a tendency to get ever so lightly pink. Ever so slightly pink when you turn down the brightness. And it's something that I noticed very similar to the way that the Nexus 6 did. Not as bad as I said in my review, but it is noticeable in the time that you use it, especially when you're comparing it, like here, you're comparing it to the Note 5, when you have a device sitting right next to it that's like that. So, camera, I'm sorry. Sorry guys, I'm trying to move at 20 miles an hour. The screen on the Note 5, I think, is better than the Nexus 6P. They both are 2500 by 1600, 5.7 inch displays, 500 and something PPI for pixel density. So they're really great high quality displays. No problem. If you had to pick one or the other, you're not going. If you only walked around with the Nexus 6P, you're going to be happy. If you walk around with the Note 5, you're going to be happy. Only thing is, when you sit them down, you compare them next to each other. That's when you might have some displeasure. Be like, oh, well, you know, my screen's not as good as a Note 5 if you have the Nexus 6P. Next up is battery. So the Note 5 is a 3,000 milliamp hour battery, while the Nexus 6P has a 3450. Okay, this is sort of going to be a little toss up. In terms of battery being able to survive for the longest period of time, I give that to the Nexus 6P. As I said in my review video with you guys, hold on one second. Sorry about that again, guys. Camera situation is really failing me right now. So as I said in my review, I was able to get a full day on the Nexus 6P simply because I did not have a full USB Type A to Type C connector. So because of that, I was not able to charge my device as I was going to and from work. But that was not a problem, as I said, 95% of the time, because the battery was able to last me throughout the entire day. Except one day when I wanted to go to the gym and my battery was low, so I had to go home and stop by for 10 minutes to charge it. Now, what that tells me is if I would have had a charger in my car, I would have gotten to the gym no problem. So, hands down, the Nexus 6P definitely allows me to get through my workday without a problem. With the Note 5, the same can be said. However, in my use with the Note 5, I was always plugging it in just because of the convenience use. You know, I'm driving in the car and I have a fast charger. I have my Note 5. I'm just going to go ahead and plug it in because I have the ability or the convenience to do so. Now, if I wasn't doing that, would the Note 5 have still lasted me the entire day? I would not be able to tell you. Going forward, I'll probably post another review, maybe like Note 5, 3 months on, speaking about that, and I might try it with the Note 5. Well, I will for sure try it to see if I can get through the workday that way, and give you guys my thoughts on it. But right now, I can't say for sure the Note 5 would have done that. I can say for sure that the Nexus 6P will. So, in terms of being able to last the longest, the vote goes to the Nexus 6P. In terms of the convenience factor, it's going to go to the Note 5. And that's kind of split up in a couple of different ways. Now, the Nexus 6P has the USB Type-C, as you guys can see here, the USB Type-C connector, while the Galaxy Note 5 has the regular micro USB here. So now, obviously, I have a lot more micro USB cords than I do USB Type-C. So because of that, I can get the fast charging in my vehicle. I'm going to get the cord, don't worry, for the Nexus 6P to compare it to see if it'll still charge, and it will, and so it'll be convenient at that point. But also another thing that the Note 5 has is it has wireless charging as well. So I can't, wireless charge the Nexus 6P. Is that a deal breaker? For me, no. For some people, it might be. I am quite invested in wireless charging. I have a couple wireless chargers that I use with my Note 5, but it's still not like a huge deal breaker for me if I don't have it for my Nexus 6P because the battery lasts all the time. So, if you want to be able to conveniently charge your device in a robust number of ways, then you get the Note 5 because you can wirelessly charge it. You can charge it in your car. You can charge the Nexus 6P in your car too. However, the Note 5 has a support for Qualcomm quick charging, which the Huawei Nexus 6P does not. So you can buy a bigger number of chargers to charge your device, and it'll work, and it'll still give you the fast charging. Currently, I believe there's only one charger available, which is the one that comes with the Huawei Nexus 6P. I could be lying. There's probably more out there, but I only can for sure say that the charger that comes with the Nexus 6P will charge it faster. I'm pretty sure that other chargers will come out soon. But if you've invested money in these Qualcomm quick chargers already, then you'd probably get the Note 5 because you already have the chargers and you're going to be able to conveniently charge your device a lot faster than you will the Nexus 6P. So that can go either way. Whichever side of the fence you guys sit on is the way that you guys will be able to take that. Next up is going to be, I already said the USB Type-C. Whether that's a plus or a minus, it's up to you guys. So I'm not going to speak on that too much. Software. So now this is the biggest differentiator between the two. Everybody who wants vanilla pure Android, Okay, guys. Hopefully that was the third and final time that's going to happen with the camera. Okay? Knock on wood. Whoa. Knock on wood. So, as I was saying, majority of the time, or the Nexus camp has been about buying a pure Android vanilla experience straight from Google. So you get all your updates right from Google. Right now, as a matter of fact, on the Nexus 6P, I have an update waiting. You get your security update straight from Google. You get your security update straight from Google as well. While the Note 5 is going to be able to give you security updates, which Samsung promises that they'll get every month, their track record hasn't been so great. So, you want the newest software, you want it the fastest, you're going to get the Nexus 6P. Now, normally with a vanilla Android experience, you're going to have the device is just going to be moving faster because you don't have to worry about bloatware and about extra added functionality, I guess, built into the device, which slows it down inherently. That's what sort of has been the theme over the past. To date, I don't necessarily say that I agree with that. I feel like vanilla Android for sure is fast. I don't think that it's slow in any way, shape, or form. However, I think that because Samsung's trump is the 4 gigabytes of RAM, because this thing flies. I've had this device for a couple of months now, and normally with Samsung devices, over time they tend to slow down. I can't lie and say that happens with the Note 5. It doesn't. It's still flying, and that's really good. So, because of that, there's going to be certain things that I do like about vanilla Android, and then certain things that I like about the software that Samsung has implemented into the Note 5. So one thing that I like about vanilla Android is the fact that everything it's smooth, it's all tied into Google. I like Google Now. I like being able to look at all of this information on Google Now. I like Now on Tap. I like the Doze, for example, which is on Marshmallow, which is something that's under the hood that you don't really have to fool around or mess with. I like that fluidity, smoothness. I just like vanilla Android. I don't really know how else to say it. I like the look of it. I like the way that material design looks. Now, in terms of functionality, though, the Note 5, spoiler alert, it wins. Because you can get a majority of vanilla Android and of a vanilla Android experience on the Note 5 by changing the launcher, by going to the theme store on the Note 5 to download that sort of launcher, or to change that theme. There's just a lot of things that you can do to get that vanilla Android experience, and you still have built-in features that the Note 5 has. For example, one here. Let's see if I can load something up real quick and not. So for example, here we'll go to NFL.com, hold down this button here, your multitask button, and then I can open up another app. This is extremely useful because, so let's open up Android Central. Because you have this huge screen on the Note 5 and you're able to actually take advantage of it and have true multitasking. I was really pumped up when the developer preview for Marshmallow showed this, and there were videos that showed it, but then Google took it away from the final build. So no doubt that feature will be coming to the Nexus line soon, but it's not there now. And I think that's a knock because you have such a big screen. Utilize it, Google. Just utilize it. That's something that I like about the Note 5. Another thing that I enjoy about the Note 5 is the S Pen. Just begin writing. So write Harless 58, whatever you want to write, whatever. You can take notes. It's really convenient. And a lot of people will say, I guess you guys really can't see that, delete. A lot of people will say that the S Pen is gimmicky. It's really not. I actually find myself using the S Pen and the Note 5 like a lot. Like, I'm the type of person that I like to send memes to people a lot, and so I'm able to just look up memes. I don't know. Let's see. We'll go to a Drake meme, right? Whatever. I mean, you guys understand what I'm. Oh, I have self-serve. I have airplane mode enabled, but whatever. You can look up, memes, and then I can take a screenshot instead of taking a screenshot. Matter of fact, no, I'll go ahead and show you guys because I want you guys to see what I mean. So we'll go here, right? And I'll type in, I'll just say Drake meme. All right, so we'll go here to images. And so here, right? If I want to take a screenshot of this, I tap this button right here, Smart Select, and then I can actually select what I need to select. And then I can share it to whichever, wow, I didn't even realize what that was actually showing on the screen. Sorry, guys. Brightness was down. Let's see. Here we go. This is a good one to show. My apologies. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know that was on the screen. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Like I said, if I want to, I just go here, and then I can select whatever it is that I want to select, and then I can share it directly to whoever I want to share it with. Now, if I was to do the same thing on the Nexus 6P, I can't, because it's really stupid. I don't know why they add this. Okay, Google, Drake meme. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Airplane mode is on. Turn airplane mode off. Wait for it to connect. Okay, Google, Drake meme. So we'll go here to images. Scroll down. Okay, so now if I want to share this, I'm going to have to go here. Take a screenshot. Okay. I cannot go here. I can't share from here because I don't like to just share the whole thing. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Ran out of memory on the camera. Hope you guys don't dislike the video because of all these interruptions, but it is what it is. So I can't share this picture directly. I can't go here to share. I'm going to have to go out of here. Even if I was to go here to share, right? It's going to give me the medium that I can do it, which is cool. But then if I want to actually crop the photo, like watch this. I just tap the photo and we'll go to just once to photos. I can't crop it from this screen. I literally have to back out of this and then go back into it in order to edit. So I'll show you guys because I don't want to have my pictures on blast. So have to go back into photos. Sorry, I can't even go to photos. I have to go back to device folders, and then I have to go to screenshots, and then I can edit it, which is stupid. That's like really like a huge pet peeve for me. I don't know why they did it that way. Like, it's just so much work to do. Whereas with the Note 5, you saw how easy it was for me to do it. So that's something that I don't like on the stock software, and something that I like about the Note 5. So I really like the S Pen and utilizing it. Another thing that I do like about the stock software is I can say, okay, Google, images of pit bull terriers. Okay, so it's going to ask me for my password because I have,
check out these pictures.
Okay, so it shows it, whatever. I don't have my, I forgot what it's called. It's like trusted voice. I don't have that set up. But if I did, then it would just load right up. So I like the always on feature where I can just tell my phone to do whatever and I don't have to touch it. Well, only if I have the voice trainer or whatever set to unlock and do whatever I need it to do. I can't do that on the Note 5. It doesn't have always on. If I press the button and then I'm on any screen, it'll do it, but I can't do it from the lock screen. So I enjoy that from stock Android. So overall, about which device I would recommend, I have always been a stock Android guy. From the beginning, I've always been pro Nexus, like for as long as I can remember. However, between these two devices, I would recommend the Note 5. Not gonna lie, you just can do more with the Note 5. And now, because of the way that things work, theme stores, and because you can just download launchers directly from the Play Store, you can get the vanilla Android experience almost as close as what's on the Nexus 6P on the Note 5, and you can do more. Like I said, if I like the ease, I like the S Pen. I use it a lot. I like to write notes. And I like the software. I like the dual screen, the multi-window. And I even go over everything that I enjoy better about the Note 5. This is just some of the things. Don't get me wrong now, but also you have to take into account that the Note 5 is a little bit more expensive. I believe this device, not unlocked because this is through Verizon, but full retail price is a 64 gigabytes. It's going to be probably about $750, $800, something like that. The Nexus 6P, this is the 32 gigabyte. This was $499, so it's a lot cheaper. But you might be able to find a deal with the Note 5 as well, especially heading into the holiday season. So the Nexus 6P is a great device. Do not get me wrong. I would recommend it to anybody who wants a pure Android experience. Somebody who doesn't want to take advantage of the Samsung features and they think that all that stuff is overwhelming, then I would recommend the Nexus 6P. However, if you're a person that is going to utilize those features, will utilize the S Pen, can see themselves, taking screenshots, sending memes, using multi-windows, maybe to look up something on the internet or study at the same time, send Hangout messages, whatever the case may be, then the Note 5 is for you. So Hope you guys enjoyed the comparison video. I apologize that it took so long. I apologize for the technical difficulties with the camera, but please leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed the video. Please be on the lookout for any of my other videos that I will be posting soon. I'll be posting a video of the LG G4, or maybe a review. I might just do a comparison video. We'll see. So that's it. Hollis58 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave any comments, questions, and concerns in the comment section below. See you guys in the next one.